I know we've had this day marked on the calendar for quite a while, but it's finally here.
Yep.
Sure is. What?
The confluence. A harvest 100 moons in the making. When every apple comes ripe at the same time. Big Mac's been up late working on this schedule so we can be sure not to miss a single tree. All it'll take now is a few days of hard work. Who's with me?
Oh, that looks like a lot of work. Oh, don't you worry, Chickabiddy. We got this confluence under control. I got us some help.
That's great, Granny. Twilight and the others are too busy at the school to lend a hoof. We could sure use some more muscle. Who'd you get? Brayburn? Honeycrisp?
Even better.
Well, howdy, y'all. Now that's how you wake a pony up.
Goldie delicious.
Granny told me y'all could use a helping hoof with this here confluence, so I came a-running.
Well, with the harvest this big, we're grateful for all the help we can get. I guess.
Yep.
That's too bad y'all ain't ever caught the great seedling. He'd granted you a perpetual harvest, confluence or no.
The great seedling? Well, now, I haven't thought about that old mare's tail for years.
The great seedling ain't no mare's tail. He's a magical earth spirit. All the colors of the harvest that travels from farm to farm, daring ponies to catch him. And those that have the ingenuity are rewarded with crops that are always in bloom. And he's as real as you and me!
As I'm up to recall, Apple Bloom used to love setting traps for the great seedling when she was a youngin'.
Well, I'm pretty sure she's outgrown the whole thing by now. Right, Apple Bloom?
Or maybe I'm big enough now to finally catch him! Who's with me?
My little pony, my little pony. My little pony. I used to wonder what friendship could be. My little pony. Until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure.
Tons of fun.
A beautiful heart, faithful and strong.
Sharing kindness.
It's an easy feat, and magic makes it all complete. You have mine. Do you know you're all my very best friends?
Apple Bloom, you haven't hunted for the great seedling since you were little. Why would you want to start again now?
The confluence is so big, he's bound to show up. And if we catch him, he'll make all the apples ripe all the time. Right, Goldie?
That's right, young filly.
Oh, just imagine, Sweet Apple Acres would be the busiest orchard in Equestria. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do.
Don't forget we have actual work to do, too.
Nothing like a little filly enjoying the harvest.
I don't mind Apple Bloom having fun, but there's honest-to-goodness work to do that doesn't have a thing to do with an old legend.
Oh, quit worrying, Sugar Booger. Apple Bloom can hunt for the seedling all he wants. If you're so fretified about work, why don't you and your brother get to bucking your own selves?
Granny's right. Come on, Sleepyhead. Let's get to work.
Yep.
And if she had two of them, it would have been a pair of pears.
As much as I appreciate her volunteering, I'm not sure how much help Goldie's gonna be.
Oh, now that reminds me of the time Dottie, well, that's my cheetah, you understand, she found out where I keep the catnip. Oh.
I love hearing her and Granny spinning yarns, but it looks like the harvesting's up to us. You're gonna have to redo that schedule.
Yep.
And as much as I'd rather Apple Bloom were helping, I guess there's no harm in her hunting the great seedling for a day, right? Big Mac!
Gotcha! Aw, you ain't the great seedling.
Nope.
We fell behind a bit yesterday, so we need every pony at their best.
If that's your brother's best, we might be done for.
He was just up late working out a new schedule so we can stay on track.
I didn't sleep either. I was too excited. I can't wait to see if I caught the great seedling.
I hope you're ready to cheer Apple Bloom up when her traps come up empty.
Every pony, come quick! You gotta see!
What in blazes is all the excitement about?
Look! The great seedling did this, didn't he?
Well, braid my mane. These sure look like great seedling tracks to me.
I knew it! He was here! The great seedling was here! Isn't that amazing, Applejack?
Yeah, amazing.
Isn't it beautiful? I just can't believe the great seedling was really here.
Neither can I.
What do you think this means?
Oh, well, it looks to me like a challenge. The seedling wants you to know that he was here, and he's daring you to catch him.
You think I still have a chance?
You're an apple, ain't you?
Why, if you set enough traps, you're bound to catch him.
You're right! And that's just what I'm gonna do. Look out, great seedling! Here I come!
Now, why would you go and do a thing like that?
Nothing like what?
You know what I mean. We got enough work to do without you distracting Apple Bloom by making some apple tracks and pretending the great seedling did it.
I did no such thing.
What in the tater tarnation would make you say a thing like that?
Well, some pony did it, and she sure seems to be enjoying this quite a lot.
I'm enjoying it because Apple Bloom's enjoying it.
Uh-huh. And I suppose you two didn't do it either?
Nope.
Of course not. But I suppose it could have been Goldie's cats. Why don't you ask them?
Have you considered that maybe it was the great seedling after all?
Ha ha, very funny.
I swear, sometimes I think she's part mule.
Apple Bloom?
You know where there's more rope? I've got a lot of traps to make if I'm gonna catch the great seedling.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. I know you're excited, but we sure could use your help today. Are you sure you want to spend time trying to catch something that might not even be real?
What? But the great seedling is real. You saw the tracks. You think those appeared all by themselves?
I don't know who made the tracks, but I don't think it was the great seedling.
Why not?
Because the great seedling is just something to make the harvest fun for youngins. And you're old enough now to know that there's a time for fun and there's a time for work.
But catching the great seedling is helping. He can make the trees blossom all the time.
All right. How about this? If you help me with the harvest today, I'll help you set traps for the great seedling tonight. Deal?
Woohoo! Yes! It's a deal.
Kinda looks Looks like those seedling tracks, huh?
Sure, if there were hundreds of apples in a bunch of different lines.
Well, if enough apples fell or got knocked down, by the wind maybe, or animals. I'm just saying there's a lot of possible explanations.
And one of them is the great seedling.
And the rest of them ain't.
That ain't what you thought when you was a foal.
What does that mean?
Your sister was plumb loco about catching the great seedling when she was your age. Same as you are now. Worse even.
Oh, is that so? Do tell, Granny.
Well, now, it must have been the last confluency, I reckon. I was supposed to keep an eye on your sister, but she was slipperier than an apple seed. Applejack, get your flag back here. You're supposed to be sorting in the barn.
Sorry, Granny. I gotta check my traps or the great seedling might get away. Now, where'd I put that trap?
Bust my buds. Where's that young'un get to? She spent the better half of the day stuck in that trap.
And missed out on helping with the harvest because I was chasing something for little foals. I felt guilty every pony else had to work harder because of me. So I decided right then and there I was too old to waste any more time on the great seedling.
Oh, we finished the harvest just fine, but we laughed about that story for years.
I'm still laughing.
I'm sorry that happened, Applejack, but it won't if you and me set traps together like you promised. Plus, we'll get them done twice as fast and won't miss out on any of the harvest.
Then let's get to work.
It sure was fun setting up all those traps together.
I forgot what a good time it could be. If any two ponies can catch the great seedling, it's us.
I can't wait to check in the morning.
Now, there's still plenty of harvesting to do. So promise me you'll help, even if all our traps are empty.
I promise. So long as you're ready for the bountiful harvest, the great seedling's gonna give us one of our traps, nab 'em.
Deal. Yeah.
Come on, Applejack! If we hurry, we can check every trap and still stay on schedule!
Now, that's what I like to hit. Whoa.
I don't believe it!
This must have taken all night.
Yep.
Nothing!
Huh?
I checked all the traps near the tracks. Everyone was sprung, but they're all empty.
Every trap sprung? No way critters did this. Or the wind. I can't believe I'm saying this, but maybe the great seedling really was here.
So, you're finally ready to admit the great seedling might be real?
I can't think of anything else that could have laid out these tracks and sprung all our traps.
And if he left this many tracks behind, he's practically begging us to catch them.
Ah, you ain't never seen anything like this before.
Well, tell us what you have seen. Goldie, you too. We need to know it all if we're really gonna catch them.
Sure, Goldie and I'll tell you all about the great seedling all day while we work.
Work? Apple Bloom and I don't have time to work today. We've got to set up traps in every row, even the carrots, just to be sure.
Yesterday you said the great seedling was just something to make the harvest fun for youngins.
That was before I thought we could actually catch them. Besides, Big Mac can make time in the schedule for us to set traps, right?
Yep.
Great. Get to it. Apple Bloom and I are gonna go capture us the great seedling. Whew. All right, just one more hill to go.
What's wrong, Big Mac?
Is this right?
Yup.
But that doesn't make any sense. How can all these trees be bare if we haven't bucked them yet?
Seems like more work of the great seedling to me.
How do you mean?
Well, the closer you get to catching the critter, the more mischievous it gets.
You're saying the great seedling is taking our apples?
Yes, sounds like he's fixing to throw you off the stand.
Have you ever heard of any pony actually catching them?
Oh, there are stories, but it's hard to say for sure. He's quite the trickster. Guess that's why the reward is so great if you can trap him.
Well, his tricks have given me an idea. Setting traps is one thing, but I reckon if we keep watch over the trees that haven't been bucked, the seedling won't know what hit him.
That's a great idea. Any pony else want to stay up with us?
An old pony like me needs a beauty rest, but you young'uns have a good time.
My kitties can't sleep unless they're curled up on my haunches. But I can't wait to see the great seedling with my own eyes once you catch him.
Guess it's just you and me.
Too bad no pony else wants to come out, but I'm glad we're doing this together.
Me too. It's been a long time since I was on a real seedling hunt, and this is the first time doing it with my little sister.
When did you start trying to catch the great seedling?
I couldn't have been much more than a foal. I remember our parents tucking Big Mac and me in and telling us all about the great seedling. I got so excited I could barely sleep, so I... Don't you worry, Sugar Cube. I won't let him get away.
Applejack, wake up!
Huh? What is it?
I think a trap went off.
Well, let's go check it out. See anything?
Mm-mm.
Don't scare him off. We gotta lead him into one of the traps.
I'm not worried about scaring him. I think the great seedling's hunting us!
Apple Bloom, wait! Huh?
Applejack!
harvesting in his sleep this whole time.
Big Mac is the great seedling?
You okay, Big Mac?
Nope.
And thanks to all of Big Mac's late night work, we brought in the whole harvest with time to spare.
No wonder you were so tired all the time.
Yep.
I'm glad we solved the mystery, but I really wanted to catch the great seedling before I get too old to try.
You know what, Sugar Cube? You're never too old to be a filly. There will always be work to do, but having fun together is something you never grow out of.
Well, looks like you don't need me no more. Time to get home before Dottie gets in the catnip again. I have stories about that, I'll tell you what.
We're real glad you came, Goldie.
Sure are. Come back next year.
Oh, looks like you forgot to clean up the carrots.
Big Mac wasn't harvesting the carrots, just the apples. You know what this means?
Time for another hunt!
Look out, great seedling! Here we come!
Where are you going?
Since you three were unable to retrieve my bewitching bell, we need another source of great magical power to defeat Twilight and her friends.
He's gone!
I don't trust him.
None of us do.
Which is why double-crossing him with his own bell will be so satisfying.
If we can figure out how to use it.
Twilight Sparkle may be the worst, but she does know stuff. She once said the archives in Canterlot has a restricted area.
Celestia and Luna love to hoard information for themselves. If there's an answer, it's there.
My triumphant return to Canterlot? I like the sound of that.
Oh my gosh, road trip!
My little pony, my little pony.
My little pony.
I used to wonder what friendship could be. Until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure,
Tons of fun!
a beautiful heart, faithful and strong.
Sharing kindness.
It's an easy feat, and magic makes it all complete. You have mine. Do you know you're all my very best friends?
Sorry to interrupt. We know you're busy planning the Summer Sun celebration as we requested, but...
Oh, things seem calmer than we would have expected.
No complaints here.
With the exception of the odd trivia night, I've made a lot of progress since the royal swanifying ceremony. You may not know this about me, but I occasionally freak out. That was a joke. I wanted to show you with the Summer Sun celebration how much I've improved. So I focused on delegating and trusting others. It's been great!
That's actually what we came to talk to you about. This may be the last Summer Sun celebration you'll need to plan.
Did I do something wrong?
Of course not. It's just that the celebration has always been about us. My defeat of Luna.
And thanks to you and your friends, my reunion with my sister.
Now that we're leaving, we don't see a need for the holiday any longer.
Now that you're...
My sister and I have decided the time for us to retire is upon us. You and your friends have proven you are ready to lead Equestria. So let this be the last Summer Sun celebration as Equestria leaves behind the old to embrace the new.
My goodness! How are you feeling about all this? Something like this could definitely send you into full freaky outy mode.
I'm actually fine. But if this is gonna be the last summer sun celebration, I wanna make sure it's the best celebration ever.
Please don't give us more work. Please don't give us more work. Please don't give us more work.
So even though everything was done, I thought of a few last-minute changes I could use your help with.
Ah! I knew it!
Oh, the end of a beloved holiday? Last-minute changes to a celebration? That sounds positively chaotic.
What are you doing here?
I've known Celestia and Luna longer than any of you. I terrorized them, they turned me into stone. If this is the last summer sun situation, I simply can't miss it. Well, I see I've arrived just in time for the Twilight gives her friends an impossibly long and overly detailed list predicament.
I guess some Draconequus isn't the know-it-all he thinks he is.
This is it?
What?
We were kinda with Discord on this one.
No more crazy lists. No more freaking out. With your help, I know we've got this.
Oh, character growth is so boring. Do I at least get my own note card?
There. Now I need to go rewrite my speech, but if you all look at your cards, you'll see...
Can't talk now. Have so much to get done before sunrise.
Why are so many ponies up in the middle of the night?
It's that silly sun holiday.
How many holidays do you ponies have? No matter, getting into the castle won't be a problem.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, those are new. But even so...
Transfer. Have to head inside. Open up. Right, of course. Do yours get glitchy too? More medallions, more problems, am I right?
They've increased security into the castle. This is going to be more challenging than I thought.
Could you not go popping us all over the place, please?
Time is of the essence. Let's go team!
We need to know what we're doing before we go and do it.
Pinkie, you and I are giving Brayburn and the Appalachian pony some adjustments to the menu.
Fluttershy and I are meeting the Pegasus from Cloudsdale to give them changes to the weather.
Spike, we're going to update the Flaming Sky Firework Unicorn Troupe with Twilight's new vision.
And I'm supposed to make sure Discord doesn't do anything discordy? Well, that's annoyingly specific.
Increased security on a crowded holiday with Twilight and her friends bumbling around? This is impossible.
Oh no, this is perfect. We need a distraction, and those ridiculous ponies just gave it to us. Now, do exactly as I tell you.
Step away from the wagons! Official food tasters here on official food tasting business!
Well, it ain't gonna be easy, but I think we can whip up these new cookies Twilight wants before sunrise.
If any pony can handle some last-minute bacon, Brayburn, it's y'all.
We brought plenty for the celebration. If she keeps testing, we might be in trouble.
But I see a suspicious-looking cookie!
You okay?
I feel weak all of a sudden.
Is some pony back there?
What is it?
Every pony, get away from the food till we figure out what's going on.
The princess wants what?
Just what's on that little card. No big deal.
No big deal. It's a much more aggressive weather pattern than what was originally ordered. This is very irregular. We'll need to... No, first we must... Wait, we...
Take a breath. Let it out slowly.
Tell the princess we will do our best.
We're sure you're doing an excellent job.
Oh, yeah, totally. You're not gonna panic and screw it up at all.
I'm not built for high-pressure situations.
Golly, sounds like you need some help.
Who are you?
Some pony who's organized enough to handle the small stuff so you can focus on the big picture.
The big... Yes! That sounds right!
This kind of weather has to be handled delicately. Good thing I'm here. I'll take care of everything.
Whoa! The Flaming Sky Firework Troupe is a marvel. We take pride in what we do.
These last-minute changes aren't too challenging, are they?
The more challenging, the better. We aim to astound. Now, if you don't mind, we do have a new routine to prepare. Horns at the ready!
Very impressive.
Thank you. Unfortunately, we have no room for any pony else at this time. I'm sorry.
Crackle Cosette, and I don't want to join your silly little troop.
Pardon me?
Oh, I meant no offense. It just seems a pity for unicorns to waste their talents on something so inconsequential. Unicorns wield magic. We are the most powerful ponies in the land. Don't you ever feel you're destined for more than performances?
It's all coming together. I really think this is gonna be the best Summer Sun celebration ever.
You've done an outstanding job.
We've all done an outstanding job.
And what about me? You'll be happy to know that I have been watching myself all night, and I have yet to do one discordy thing.
Now that truly is amazing.
Twilight, we know you had, difficulties using the amulet to raise the sun and moon. We thought perhaps a practice session before the festivities might be in order.
That's a good idea. Thank you all so much.
I sure am proud of her.
Yeah, she finally realizes things will turn out fine, even when she isn't micromanaging every little detail.
Brayburn? What's wrong?
Earth ponies, sick, food missing, can't bake anything.
Something is wrong with the weather. Storms, hurricanes, fog! You name it! It's a disaster out there!
Rarity! Please inform Her Highness that we will not be performing. A simple fireworks show is beneath us! We're better than that!
What the? Everything was fine a minute ago.
Apparently, a lot can change in a minute.
It's total chaos out there!
Don't look at me.
What are we gonna do?
Do about what?
What are you doing here?
I forgot these. You guys okay?
Twilight, we're sorry, but
We don't know what to do now that everything's all ready. I guess I was too organized. I'll try to come up with a few last-minute errands for you before sunrise.
Well, that's a relief. Explain to me why we didn't tell her the truth.
Oh, Twilight is finally learning not to let her stress get the better of her. If she finds out everything went wrong, it could be devastating.
Oh, she would be so upset.
She'll totally freak out.
Well, what do y'all suggest?
Ooh. Let's just fix it all before she notices. No lying necessary.
I guess.
We'd need a miracle.
We have a miracle, don't we?
I suppose I could fix everything. But isn't the real miracle here the miracle of teamwork and character growth?
Oh, come on!
Discord is right. Twilight needs us. Whatever happened, we can fix this.
What did happen?
Best road trip ever! Even if I was an actual doctor, I would have no idea what's wrong.
There's gotta be a reason. Something got him all sick. Maybe the food?
I ate the food too! Does that mean I'm sick? Oh, no! Nope, I feel fine.
I don't know how this happened. I'm gonna be fired for sure.
Rainbow Dash and the Wonderbolts will have all the weather rounded up any minute.
Or not!
Not here. The archives are in a different part of the castle. What about aiming for perfection?
We've set our sights higher.
Higher than perfection?
Higher than putting on a silly little show for the other ponies.
But you were so excited before. What changed?
You two just enjoy the festivities. I have a few surprises in store for... Yes, Discord?
Oh, well, don't mind me. I'm just here for the chaos. Oh, and here we go.
What is Rainbow Dash doing? Pinkie, is this soup?
Yes, I was really hungry. No pony understands wanting to take pride in your work more than I do.
You could do more with your magic than make frilly dresses.
No pony makes frills anymore. And this season is actually all about simplicity.
Not the point, Rarity!
Princess! I beg your forgiveness. It's entirely my fault.
What is?
That!
Oh, just a slight hiccup in the weather.
Applejack, what is going on?
I told y'all this was a bad idea, but no pony ever listens to me!
That's it! I thought everything was fine. What is going on?
Everything was going fine.
Until it totally wasn't. We tried to fix it ourselves.
Why didn't you tell me?
We didn't want you to freak out.
And you thought not telling me everything was a total disaster would avoid a freak out?
When you say it like that, it sounds like a really bad plan.
Here it comes.
I know how I used to react, but I really have changed. Panicking won't solve anything. But we can handle whatever problems come our way, as long as we handle them together.
Spoken like a true leader. How can we help?
I love a good to-do list. So tell me exactly what happened so we can figure out exactly what to do to fix it. celebration has always been a reminder not to fear the night, for there is always a new day to look forward to. But as we look towards Equestria's future, I am sad to say that today will be the last Summer Sun celebration. Because there is something even more important to celebrate. There are 2 ponies who have watched over us night and day for as long as we can remember. We will no longer commemorate their battle or their reunion. Instead, we will take this day to celebrate how much they mean to all of us. From this day forward, today will be known as the Festival of the 2 Sisters.
We don't know what to say.
A brand new holiday? You're my kind of princess.
I'm just glad we pulled it off.
About that, we just wanted to say we're real sorry.
You did tell us you'd changed. As your friends, we should have trusted you.
Next time you say you're not gonna freak out, we'll believe you. Good, because I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of things I'll need my best friend's help with.
You know, it really does seem like you just might be ready for whatever comes next, Your Majesty.
So, did you find what you're looking for?
Once again, I've found success where you all find failure. I have located what I sought, and tomorrow I will set out to retrieve it. When I return, Equestria will finally be ours for the taking.
Oh, stop pouting.
You knew you couldn't stay that buff. You had to return all the life force to those Earth ponies so Grogar doesn't suspect anything.
I don't have to like it.
Well, I don't like that we worked so hard to destroy their party and they still pulled it off. But you don't see me complaining.
Our goal wasn't to destroy, it was to distract. And now we have exactly what we need.
And no time to waste. We have to master the bell before Grogar returns.
We've managed to stay one step ahead of every pony so far.
You know, it really was super easy to get all those Earth ponies and Pegasi and unicorns to turn on each other.
It was, wasn't it? Now that is something to think about.
I can't believe we're going to the Appaloosa County Fair! Animal shows, carnival rides, and all kinds of food on a stick. Speaking of food, did you pack snacks for the train? For there and back. And our train tickets are all set. And I've got our whole itinerary planned. Are you sure you're not Twilight, sister? Weeks of planning has all come down to this. All we have to do now is wait for our chaperone to get here. Mm-hmm. So when's Rainbow Dash coming? I thought you were gonna ask Applejack. I don't suppose you asked Rarity? You mean we spent all this time planning a trip and none of us asked any pony to take us? In our defense, every other part of the trip was planned really well.
My little pony, my little pony. My little pony. I used to wonder what friendship could be. Until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure.
Tons of fun.
A beautiful heart, faithful and strong.
Sharing kindness.
It's an easy feat, and magic makes it all complete. You have mine. Do you know you're all my very best friends?
We really did think of everything, except finding some pony to take us, and the fair is only today. I'm sorry, darlings, but I can't possibly go to Appaloosa. I promised to deliver a new design to Fancy Pants for his Monocle and Top Hat Appreciation Society soiree. Can you finish it tomorrow? Well, I could. But you'll learn as you get older how important it is to keep your promises, especially when running a business. Maybe we should just go by ourselves? What?
Oh, my dear, no! Appaloosa's far too long a train ride for young foals without accompaniment. You could end up in the wrong place entirely.
Why don't you see if Rainbow Dash is free? Sorry, but I just heard from Spitfire that a whole bunch of storm clouds got loose from the Cloud Factory, and she needs every Wonderbolt to help bust them.
Aw, come on, Rainbow Dash. They won't miss one pony, and we really want to go to the fair. Apparently, we're too young to go alone.
Well, duh. Young ponies like you could get lost and never find your way back. But I still can't go. Being a Wonderbolt isn't just about showing off. It's also a responsibility. You'll understand when you get older. I'm sure you'll find somebody else to take you.
I wish I could, Sugar Cube, but Big Mac's not feeling well today.
Aw, but Big Mac's old enough to take care of himself, and we'd all have so much fun together.
Sometimes taking care of some pony is more important than having fun. Speaking of which, don't you even think about trying to go without a grown pony there to take care of you. You could end up in hot water, or worse.
We know. The fair could be over before we find some pony to take us. But then we thought of you, since the fair will be full of all sorts of animals and creatures.
I'm sorry, but Twilight has an important magical research project, and she's asked for my help.
I guess that means Twilight's busy too.
I'm afraid I am. Star Swirl sent me this enchanted flower and it isn't doing well. If I figure out its magical properties, maybe we can save it.
So that's a no on going with us to the fair? We've already asked Applejack, Rainbow Dash, and Rarity, and none of them can come. And every pony made it clear we're too young to go on our own.
Oh, definitely. You could take the wrong train or miss your stop.
Or get lost in a strange town and end up in a dangerous situation with no pony to help you.
We know!
I know it's hard, but sometimes you just can't do what you want.
I'm pretty sure if you wanted to go to the fair, you could.
Sure, grown-ups can do a lot of things that foals can't. But there's plenty we can't do either. Like right now, I can't find a single reference to this flower.
None of the birds or insects I've talked to have heard of it either.
I wonder if there's anything in Shadetail Evergreen's Tome of Flora and Fauna.
That book's pretty out of date, but it might be worth a try.
I think there's a copy in the library filed under discontinued but still potentially useful ancient texts. Unless I put it under Hokum with a slight chance of practical applications.
I guess this flower is the most interesting thing we're gonna see today. Unless you count watching Twilight struggle to remember how she organizes her books. I bet every pony in Equestria is in Appaloosa right now. Every pony but us. I wish we didn't have to wait to grow up. I wish it would happen all at once. Then we know everything we need to get to the fair and back with no problem. I just wish we were as old as our sisters. Then no pony could tell us what to do, and we'd be able to take care of ourselves. Hey, Sweetie Belle, why's your face all lit up? Do you know what this means? We can go to the fair! I hope you brought the tickets! We've got to hurry if we're gonna make the train. I think we'll be fine. Check out how fast we're going. Grown-up legs are strong. You're not kidding. I don't know how much of this my scooter can take. And no pony yelled at us to slow down even once. Being a grown-up is great. We made it. Of course we did. We're grown-up ponies now. We can do anything. And all those worries Twilight and
horse head don't apply anymore because we're big. And being big is all it takes.
Woke up this morning feeling tired and small. But look at us now, we must be 90 feet tall. Don't have to worry about making mistakes because being big is all it takes. A tiny twist of fate brought on this big change. Give me room, gotta zoom, I've got plans to arrange. Can do what I want, be it run, trot, or traipse. 'Cause being big is all it takes. Being big isn't just a size. At bedtime we don't even have to close our eyes. We're in control now, for goodness sake. 'Cause being big is all it takes. Leaving behind the little pony you've known. Stepping out, growing up, making moves of my own. You can't tell me no, there's no place I can't go. Mountains, cities, jungles, or lakes. 'Cause being big is all it takes. Being big isn't just a size. We'll tell you our opinion 'cause we're oh so wise. We're in control now, for goodness sake. 'Cause being big is all it takes. I can eat all the snacks 'cause that's for me to decide. We know how it all works, even what we ain't tried. Facts don't matter now 'cause it's not what we know. We can win any argument with because I say so. Can't stop us now, don't try to stand in our way. We're awake, gonna take all we can from today. Once we had to listen, now you'll hear what we say. Everything is always okay. 'Cause being big is all it takes. All it takes.
I think I ate too many snacks.
This doesn't look like Appaloosa.
That's because it isn't.
You all heard that, right?
Hello? Do you think we got on the wrong train?
I thought trains just took you where you wanted to go.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but you three must not travel much. This is Hayseed Junction. The train to Appaloosa isn't for a few hours. Or you could set off on hoof. It's treacherous and confusing, unfit for the young or timid. Yeah, but you three are grown-ups. You'll be fine. Yeah, I'll write down some directions.
Maybe we should wait for the train.
And miss the fare?
We already ended up in the wrong place, which is exactly what we were warned about. And what if we can't follow the directions?
Come on. We didn't come all this way for nothing. Besides, I've been through a swamp as a young pony. As a grown-up, it'll be a snap. Grown-ups always know the way.
Because being big is all it takes.
Sorry, I've got kind of a throat thing.
Sweetie Belle, are you sure this is the right way? Sweetie Belle? Scootaloo? Ah! Don't do that! Girls? Maybe we should head back to the station.
I'm not sure we can. I think we're lost.
Just like Twilight and the others said. Well, where were you when I was feeding
wild swamp ponies!
We're not wild swamp ponies. We're just grown-ups.
And we are definitely not lost. Okay, but that swamp is pretty confusing if you're not from around here. I'm Spur, and this is Biscuit.
I'm Apple Bloom. Nice to meet you. But we're not confused. We're just exploring new ways to Appaloosa.
Hey, that's where we're going.
No, it isn't.
Which is it?
Biscuit thinks he can just take Bloofy here to the fair.
Why not? It's just up the road, and Bloofy's my pet, too.
Since when? Bloofy's never even seen a crowd, which you'd know if you ever took care of him.
Did you ever think meeting all those ponies might be good for him?
He seems okay meeting us.
See, they're grown-ups, and they get it. Bloofy should totally come to the fair with me, right?
Y'all don't really think that, do ya?
Hold on. Us grown-ups need to confer. What do you girls think?
If they go to the fair, we can tag along.
And Spur probably should cheer Bloofy. I mean, that's something a grown-up would say, right?
As grown-up ponies, we think you should share Bloofy and let Biscuit take him to the fair.
That is some quality grown-up advice.
But Bloofy's never been around anything that exciting. What if something goes wrong?
We're headed to the fair, too. Since we're such great advice givers, feel free to ask us for more.
It's everything I thought it'd be!
Well, my goodness, what an interesting critter. You should enter him in the animal showcase. You'd be sure to win most interesting creature.
Animals showcase? That's exactly what we should do.
That seems like a bad idea. What do you grown-ups think? What happened to being able to ask your advice? You ran off the second we got here.
Where's Biscuit and Bloofy?
That's why I came to find you. It's one thing to bring Bloofy to the fair, but it's another to stick him in a showcase.
What's the big deal?
You're supposed to be sharing him.
Yeah, I'm with Biscuit. The showcase looks like fun. Sorry if I think taking care of Bloofy is more important than having fun.
Bloofy's just excited. He probably just wants to get out.
Are you sure you're not just upset you have to share him? What if you took a little break?
You mean, like, leave?
If sharing him is too hard, that might be the best thing. Take our word for it. We are grown-ups.
I don't know what Spur's so worried about. Bloofy and Biscuit are having fun.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
about the girls coming here?
Well, once we read Shadetail Evergreen's warning that the flower grants wishes, it wasn't a stretch to think they wished themselves to the fair. It's all they were talking about.
Or maybe since we told them they were too young to come, they wished to become grown-ups, then came here and caused some kind of trouble that led to a town-wide panic.
Yeah, or that.
Twilight! Fluttershy! Oh, thank goodness! I know you're not gonna believe it, but it's me, April Bloom. And I'm Scootaloo. We kinda got turned into grown-ups. And we thought we could take the train here since we were old enough, but we ended up in the wrong place just like you said we would. And got lost, just like you said we would. Then we met these fools who led us to the fair, and we tried to give them some grown-up style advice, but it turned their pet into a tornado that not destroyed the whole town!
Goodness, a whirling mungtooth. They are very rare and just the cutest little things when they're not excited. This one's excited.
How do we calm them down?
When they're young, a mungtooth forms a tight bond with its caretaker. They're the only ones who can get them to stop spinning.
Spur's the one who really took care of Bluefy. We have to find her.
You all go look for Spur. Fluttershy and I will do our best to keep every pony here safe.
I'm so sorry, Spur. You knew what was best for him all along.
And even though we seem like grown-ups, you were way more responsible than us.
What do you mean, seem like grown-ups?
We don't have time to explain. Right now, we have to stop this, and you're the only one who can do it.
How? I'll show you. He mostly just needs to see you. Hey there, Bluefy Boo. It's okay. How did you know what to do? After years of experience with animals, I've picked up a few things.
Well, one thing's for sure. Bluefy definitely earned the most interesting creature prize.
I'm sorry I didn't listen to you.
We all are.
I guess grown-ups aren't always perfect.
They sure aren't. But young foals pretending to be grown-ups are even less so.
What do you mean?
There's only one petal left. But I think the three of you know what to wish for. And I'm pretty sure Star Swirl won't mind.
We wish we were fools again.
Hold on. You three are actually younger than us?
The flower turned us into grown-ups, so we figured we could do whatever we wanted, but I guess that's not exactly true.
We did everything real grown-ups told us not to and caused all kinds of trouble. And things could have been a lot worse. I guess we were pretty selfish.
I'm glad you learned something. That's what growing up is, which is why you probably shouldn't skip any of it.
I know we didn't make the best impression, but we sure would like to visit you and Bluefy someday.
I guess that'd be okay, on one condition. You get a real grown-up to bring you.
Deal!